seconds. There we are. We should be live now. Ah, yes, we are. Excellent, excellent.
Sounds good.
So, hello everyone. Welcome to today's live interview. I'm going to be interviewing King Anna. Go ahead and say hello and give us an introduction of yourself as well.
Hello, my name is King Anna, previously known as King Wolfie for all you longtime followers. And I'm not too active on like Twitch and YouTube. I'm hoping to start up my Twitch again. Sometimes I occasionally post YouTube videos, but I'm just kind of like doing it for a hobby, so I'm not like really full time as I do have a full job. But people say they like it, so I just keep posting whenever I have time.
Yeah, because I've seen you've taken kind of a hiatus from Twitch streaming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I tune into those when you do them.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I like them. I like the solo ones and the ones you do with like Thomas and Tim and all those guys. Yeah.
Those guys are great.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Anna, first question I've got for you here, even though you're not very active on YouTube and such, I'm just curious, when did you start off with YouTube?
Gosh. I mean, I think I first got into YouTube. I mean, I've been a long time viewer. I remember like when it was just Jack's Films and Shane Dawson and, Annoying Orange and all those like relevant memes that were like Neon Cat and shit. But I think I started uploading in like 2013 or 14. I have an older channel that like I deleted. I went to Disney World, and I got my GoPro and I just like held it as I was going places. And it's just like so cringe when you see your old editing. It's just like really terribly cut up. It was like sped through like walking scenes. And you just like, no, I can't have this anymore. I was actually thinking about re-editing it so I could keep it as a memory. This is what I like my channel to be. I like to look back on it as like a scrapbook, I guess you could say.
Right.
And I did a tutorial, like a how-to make pour over coffee, which is not like, you just put it in the machine. And I was just like being artsy. And then in 2016, I started up streaming on Twitch. I saw like a lot of people jumping on that. I mean, now so more than ever with Ninja, which is like crazy to see how the internet is, going, I guess you could say, into Hollywood and also the mainstream media. I've even seen just the other day, I was watching TV and I saw an edit of like race cars, but like in a meme, almost MLG format. It was like the weirdest thing. I was like, what is that? On live TV. But anyway, so I started streaming on YouTube, sorry, Twitch in 2016. But you just get the one viewer, two viewer ratio, and I was like, I really need to join a community. Like, I've been streaming for like 2 months and I'm not grasping anything. I know it takes a while, but like, it's better to have a community. I couldn't really find anything. Uh, so, I mean, I wasn't planning to like gain viewers when I joined this community. It just happened. So I remember in spring of 2016, I started watching Leafy. Now everyone's like, Leafy's terrible. Don't watch Leafy. He's the worst. And everyone made exposed videos, and it was just like that was after, but I remember a lot of people now admit they did watch Leafy. Watched Leafy, saw his videos on Keemstar, then Keemstar linked me to Colossal. Colossal tweeted out his link to a Discord, and from that Discord, I made a lot of friends. I started adminning and managing Discord servers, which is where I picked up my name because, everyone wants to have those top roles. I didn't really care about the roles, but I just really wanted to help because I knew how to run those. So through that, everyone who owned a server needed to communicate with me. I started running Thomas's server, Solid Tribe, and I asked Niall, Pyrocynical, I was like, do you want a server? I know how to run it. You don't have to manage it. You don't have to do anything. He's like, yeah, go for it. I'd love a way to communicate with my fans. Now, he doesn't like joining voice chat anymore because of how chaotic it is. But like through that, I gained a lot of good friends, joined the community, and what was it? I uploaded a couple videos like recently this year, started getting into streaming, and it just kind of picked up from there. I mean, I really didn't plan on like joining a community. It just kind of happened, and I think that's just the amazing part. And I love this community. Like the people in it. I mean, obviously there's sometimes, dumb drama that just why, but I love the friends that I've made for sure. That's my star, I think. That's how I got here.
Absolutely, yeah. I used to watch Leafy is Here as well. I was a big fan of Leafy is Here. Wanted to speak to the man, but now he's probably dead. I don't know.
Yeah, not really doing much.
Yeah, bless his heart. And why did you decide to start YouTube on or Twitch? Either one.
So I liked YouTube a lot. Obviously, I was always a viewer, but to be honest, I never knew what kind of content I wanted to make. Like, I loved a variety of different content, but I didn't know like which one to stick to. I didn't know if I had to stick to one or maybe I could just make a bunch of different stuff. But then I was like, wait, do I make different channels for these? Like, I want to do gaming, but I want to do like, review videos and all these different things. If you mix them all together, it makes your channel look a bit wonky when you go to the videos section. So I didn't really know. Also, I was a bit lazy, and also on top of that, working actual job from 9 to 6, which kind of makes it hard. And I know it's not an excuse, but I just didn't really have much motivation to do it. And then I just kind of sparked some ideas, but the ideas just didn't come fast enough. I wasn't really like, yes, this is the video I'm going to make, and this is like the content of it. I wasn't too enthusiastic about it. I do love travel vlogs. I think the videos that I most enjoyed making on my channel were the travel vlogs because I didn't originally make them like my main priority wasn't, oh, I want people to see this. It was more of a I want to look back on this moment and just like have a heartwarming experience of rewatching back the memories that I had made. Kind of like a scrapbook as I had mentioned. Uh and I love those ones, but as I was trying to, you can't travel all the time. It's a bit expensive. So I started making other videos. Still a bit awkward in front of a camera. It's like such a different experience. But I got into streaming, and I think streaming is like the thing I love most because I love that instant response. I love the chat. I know, like, I've told all my friends, like, I could care less about likes and retweets on Twitter. I really love the replies. And I think people have started noticing, like, I'm liking every reply. Now, give or take some I don't because they're a bit odd, but I love replies and I'll reply to anyone I can get the chance to. Uh, so I prefer Twitch. Uh, it's just you really need the energy for that, for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's very different than making a video because you can make a video whenever and edit it whenever and whatnot. But live streaming, you have to sit there for hours on end doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like Twitch streaming is a little harder to grow than a YouTube channel, in my opinion.
Oh, it's kind of like if you don't have a ground, if you just start and you have like a couple friends that you game with every Saturday or something, you play League, right? Just as an example, those friends of yours aren't going to watch your Twitch stream because they talk to you anyway. That's what my problem was. I was playing Overwatch with a couple of friends in a small Discord server before I joined this community. And they watched maybe my first or second stream, but after that, there was nothing. And the problem, not problem, but to work with Twitch, you have to have viewers so that you rise in the search results. So if you click Overwatch, it goes by most viewed to least viewed. And if you
Right.
have one or two, everyone has one or two. You need to get at least like 15 views to really get browsing results. Uh, so, oh, sorry, I forgot the question. I just kind of went off on a tangent. I'm so
Don't worry about it. I said that I feel it's easier to grow a YouTube channel than a Twitch channel.
Oh, okay, yes. So the good thing about YouTube is it's a posted video and you can view that whenever you want.
Right.
But so kind of like a TV show on TV, right? So you watch the show, but you can also watch it later as well. Like it is live. Say that's like when you post the YouTube video, but you can also watch it, buy it, all that stuff. Um, but for news, you watch the news like once and it has to be like it's like I don't know exactly the good example, but Twitch is live, so you have to be catching the streams whenever they're on. And then sometimes people look at the clips, but that's not like, yeah, I guess, well, okay, so YouTube has been around for a very long time, obviously. And the ratio between the population of YouTube versus the population of Twitch are very dramatic. You know, the whole world watches YouTube, you know, just a
Right.
portion of the world watches Twitch. It is now gaining, obviously, with the whole Dr. Disrespect thing and the Ninja Drake streams and whatnot, or single stream, I think. But it is picking up ground. And honestly, I say like being on Twitch is a lot more fun. I like the streaming aspect of it. YouTube does have a streaming side to it, but it's just the Twitch community. And also, like, the Twitch staff is so good. I was watching some of their streams talking about the new policies, and they're really grinding down on like making it a very clean professional atmosphere. They're like, you know, are you going to show up on stream like this as you would to work, you know, for example? They're not trying to say like don't show cleavage, but like they're saying would you show up to work like this as an office job or something? Or like, you know, whatever your friends say on stream is you're accountable for, and you know, don't do much hate, because like I feel like YouTube kind of let things loose a lot, which, you know, led to that GTA clickbait, and that clickbait went to even more clickbait, you know, with free giveaways and like all these, like the thumbnails and stuff. They didn't really pound down on it. And also because the population of YouTube is so big, they can't really, it's kind of hard. I always relate it back to a Discord server because it's like the one I can relate to most. It's like when you have 10 people in the Discord, it's so easy to manage. But once you start getting, you know, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, it's like, oh my God, how do I set up the role so no one gets mad? How do I run the chat so it's not too much, but like, yeah, like what do I censor? You know, it's like crazy stuff managing a platform that massive. You know, people posting billions of videos a day. But yeah, I think it's definitely easier to grow on YouTube. It's just because of the population difference, and also the rewatchability. But Twitch is just live. You have to be there in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you could watch the VOD, but many people don't do that.
Who does that?
I do that, but I'm sure most other people don't do that.
For
But
sure.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if billions of videos are posted a day on YouTube, but I'm sure it's
I think
multi.
it was like 1 million videos are posted a day or something. I'm not quite sure. It was a big number. I was surprised.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty crazy, honestly. Like, the amount of like content put up on in one day on YouTube. It's like how can the people that run YouTube keep up with this? Like, that's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no wonder, like so many of the policies are a train wreck and all of that, and how they enforce the rules and all of that.
Yeah, it's not just like, so everyone's like, why am I getting demonetized? Why this, that, this, that? And obviously, yeah, it's like, it's a bit of an odd system. There's no transparency. But most of the time, I see them breaking the terms of conditions and they're still complaining about it. Like, you have broken the rules, therefore you're not going to get therefore you're not going to get monetized. It's pretty simple, you know? Like, if you break the terms and conditions on Twitch, I mean, you could get as far as being banned like instantly. I've had Squizzy got banned, like I think she's on her fourth ban. She just recently got unbanned, but one of them was for slight nudity. It was like I think just a nipple or something, and rough language and whatnot. Uh, but YouTube doesn't really hone down on that. I mean, Logan Paul did that stuff and they just took away monetization for a bit, and that was about as far as they went with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was any other person that wasn't Logan Paul, I mean, their channel would be obliterated.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, wait, but what? Hyojin what? Showed a little bit of nipple? What?
Well, yeah, sometimes she like, her art style. She likes
Oh,
to
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was about to say, like,
No,
her.
she didn't. No, she was drawing. She was drawing the
Oh,
nipple.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was about to say, dear God.
Sorry, I didn't elaborate on that one.
Yeah, yeah, I was a little confused there. Yeah. Yeah, so she was just drawing something that's not safe for work, and then Twitch obliterated her channel.
Yeah, but she's back.
Yeah, I saw that. She got back on Twitch, yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I know sometimes they give people like 24-hour bans or a week or whatever, but sometimes they'll perma ban you for the stupidest little thing.
Hmm.
But I
I
guess
mean,
if... Oh, go ahead.
sorry.
No, go
They're
ahead, go ahead.
still working on it. It's a work in progress. I knew they used to have like an exact dress code of what you can and cannot wear, and it felt too much like school, you know? Like no spaghetti straps or whatever. I don't know. Uh, and so, but now it's like they're choosing their wording wisely. It's not like they want to, just do stuff because they can. It's like they're actually trying to find a way to work with the streamers and work with the companies to find a middle ground. And also, like, the whole Twitch Prime thing, linking your Twitch to your Amazon and having that ability to give a free subscription to any content creator that you enjoy and all the offers and stuff, like, that is mad promotion. If, like, the fact that, like, Twitch was able to partner with Amazon to do all this. Like every package you get with Amazon Prime has that Twitch duct tape on it, and everyone sees it. So they're getting mad publicity now. They're doing like the right steps towards making a great website. And there's like still so much room. This is just like the beginning. Like it really honestly is just the beginning. The fact that like the whole doctor, like these last 3 months have been incredible, and they're still progressing, and they're gonna like shoot to the stars with this for sure. I mean, the Ninja and Drake stream was on ESPN. Like that is mad. Like crazy the fact that it was on live television. I was actually thinking to myself before that happened, I was like, what if like Twitch had its own TV channel? But then again, I was thinking like they're not trying to be a TV, channel. They're trying to be their own like streaming platform.
Right, yeah, I know that Ninja got interviewed on Fox News, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Which
pretty
is
cool.
crazy. Like, Jacksepticeye was also on what Conan? No, was it Conan? I don't know. He got like interviewed somewhere.
No, it was, God, I don't even know the name of the show. I think it's an Irish show.
Oh, maybe.
It's not an American show.
But still, like he was still on live TV, got interviewed, and also like, Jack is like such a sweetheart. Like if I would have picked anyone to be interviewed and represent YouTube like that, it would have been him. He did an impeccable job.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He seems like an amazing guy.
Mm-hmm.
Very down to earth, it seems to me.
For sure.
Um I'm trying to look for the... Oh yeah, the Late Late Show. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's one of those.
That's what he was on, the Late Late Show. But yeah, that's an Irish show. It's not aired here in America. The Late Late
Yeah.
Show with Tom Snyder. All right then. So the next question here that I have is, so you said you had one channel before this one, right? Or did you have more than that?
I had one channel.
Okay. And you said you deleted it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like I deleted all the videos. I saved them obviously on my computer, but there wasn't too many, and I just like deleted it.
Right. So do you like, ever have intentions of starting to become more consistent with YouTube or Twitch possibly?
Oh yeah. Now obviously I have like the full-time job, and I make way more money on that than I do on any of this. So
Right.
obviously it's a hobby right now, but once I see uh it limits my time because obviously I have a job, and like I'm obviously working there a lot more hours than, someone who has a bunch of free time to stream like 5 hours to 10 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
So obviously I can't do that, but I'm gonna I haven't been streaming for the past month because I've been going through a lot of stuff and I've been really busy. There's been a lot of transitions in my life and people around me. But I have like I'm about to commission for a new overlay and I have like buttons and all these like things coming in. So I'm like refreshing up my Twitch stream. So it's gonna like I'm hoping when I stream it'll be like really pretty. So like it'll be a new start. And I'll try to stream a lot. I have a lot of plans in the future. It's just I have to get there. I'm planning a lot of things with like a lot of friends and I'm like really excited for the future. It's just that waiting process. Like actually all of my friends have so many plans and they're just all waiting. And it's just like, you know, the time will tell. And I'm really excited for this community. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be more Twitch focused. I'm actually thinking like I mean my dream in life is to travel the world. Uh and I've been like working up for that since I was like 15, just working this job. And I would like to, while I'm traveling, I would like to stream it and vlog it, post that on my YouTube channel. I would like to stream like there's like wireless internet like for global purposes. Like you could be anywhere and get Wi-Fi for the most part. Obviously, maybe if you're on top of a mountain, I don't know how good the Wi-Fi signal would be. But I would like to IRL stream that stuff. Just for like a couple hours, maybe while I'm out there, you know, maybe in front of a waterfall, like stream it on Twitch, and that'd be pretty sick. And I also have like a gamer laptop, so like, uh, it's like able to stream while I'm on the run. I've already tested it. So once I start my streaming and stuff, and once I like make more money to get out of this job, then I'll start that up.
Yeah, I've never heard of like a concept like that. That seems pretty interesting because like I don't think anyone else on Twitch does something like that where they like travel to different places of the world and IRL stream it. But
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I mean, I know people I IRL stream like I don't know on a
Tinder
date.
dates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tinder dates or going to a bar
Uh,
and getting drunk or whatever,
mhm.
but not like traveling the world and showing it around. Because I know you have like 3 vlogs up on your channel,
Mhm.
where you like you're in 3 different places. I know one is in Turkey, and
Yeah.
I don't remember where the other 2 are.
I actually don't either. I think one of them's in Canada. What's the other one?
Oh,
Oh,
right, Canada.
they're both Canada. Okay, I really like Canada. So the first two vlogs were okay, so in the middle of Canada there's a place called Calgary, and Canada's really good at preserving nature in general. Like there's next to Calgary, 2 hours away to the left, there's a whole entire national park. It goes on for hours. It starts off with Banff, and then right on top of that is Jasper. Banff is a very big tourist attraction, especially to the Chinese. They love flying in and seeing that stuff. And there's a lake called Lake Louise. I highly recommend you look pictures of it because it's so beautiful. There's mountains and crystal, like aqua color, like turquoise water, and it's beautiful in the springtime and the winter. Wintertime, they do like ice sculptures. There's like a competition there, and they make a whole castle. And springtimes, it's just like full of hiking and beautiful adventures. Um, so those two are from Canada. This third one's from Turkey when I went this August with a friend of mine named Oliver, also known as Moist, and Alex. I'm Alex. Uh, and we just had a lot of fun. That was just the beach day. I got my GoPro and I put it underwater and I had a lot of fun with it. Uh, Most of the shots kind of seemed the same because I didn't know what else to do after a point. And I was just like filming whatever I could put my hands on. Sometimes you just go wild with the camera and you get those. Uh, yeah, and then I was like, no one really knows who I am, so I did a get to know me. I felt so awkward watching that video back after like a month or so. I'm like, no, why was I so awkward? Uh, and then I started collecting Pokemon cards, which I mentioned this a lot on the podcast that Alex and I did together, but I really mean it when I say pick up your childhood hobbies and pursue them. Like, I know, I know a lot of people obviously play video games that they used to play when they were a kid, like Legend of Zelda, and recently Kirby's been a really big one, which has been a big one for me as well because I grew up with Kirby. Uh, but Pokemon cards, I was like, My parents spent a lot of money on them, and I had so many Pokemon cards. Like, you have no idea. I was like, no one liked me in the neighborhood because I had all the best Pokemon cards, and I would duel them. And they're like, Anna, you always win. I'm like, I know, but like, get better cards, bro. uh, Sometimes I'd let them use mine. I wasn't that ruthless, but my mom like donated them to like a friend without my permission. I was
Wow.
like, what, why? Why? My Legos and my Pokemon cards. You just got rid of them. Like they're not even here anymore without my permission. I was like heartbroken. You have no idea. Uh, and I couldn't let that go for a while. And then I was like, later down the line, I mean, my dad was pretty upset by that as well because he really liked playing with the Legos. Uh, and we didn't want to ask for them back, that'd be pretty rude.
Yeah.
But we spent like thousands of dollars over those, like over the course of a couple of years because, Pokemon cards and Legos don't come easy.
Right.
So I was like, do I ever get back into this? I knew there was like play.com or something with an E, not an A, and you can like rent Legos, but it wasn't anything like cool, like fucking spaceships or anything like that. It was like really dull stuff, like I don't know, the Eiffel Tower or something, like a really small stuff. But I was like, uh, I think I watched a PewDiePie video, and he was like, I was always so much into YouTube, it was YouTube day and night. And he like recently got two editors, Brad and Sive, and they've been allowing him a lot of time to like do stuff. And he was talking about how many hobbies he got into, how many hobbies Marzia got him into. And I was like, you know what? Like, I should just explore some hobbies as well, like spicing up my life, color it a little bit. So I got a lot of Pokemon cards, kind of went a bit crazy with it. I got like a Lego Minecraft set, which was a blast. I streamed building that, which was really fun. I want to buy more, but it is really expensive. But I always say pursue your hobbies because I felt like I kind of just sat around playing video games for too long, whereas I could have like done a lot of other things, which just cool. I like childhood hobbies because like it's nostalgic. When you're building Legos, you remember when you were a little kid building Legos. Or when I was opening up Pokemon cards, I kind of focused more on the first edition, the first like 149 Pokemon cards, because I remember like picking up that Magikarp card, or like just hating the crap out of it because Magikarp fucking sucks. But it was just really cool, and I got really excited. It was just nostalgic. You can't get that with like new hobbies or anything. I just say pursue your hobbies. It's great for conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I never got into Pokemon cards or anything like that because I never liked Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Were you like a Yu-Gi-Oh fan?
no, I never liked any of those things. I liked
Not
Legos
Digimon.
though. Nope.
Legos are sick.
Yeah, Legos are really good. I probably have like a few hundred Legos.
Yeah, that's like every kid.
Like,
Parents are probably so upset. They're like, we spent all this money on Legos. They're so expensive.
yeah, like I remember one summer I took all my birthday money because I had a few $100s worth of birthday money, and I just went to Toys R Us like every week. Just bought myself some Legos.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I mean it's regrettable now because like it's too much. I bought too much. I'm surprised I didn't spoil myself. But
And you don't know what to do with it. Like, it just kind of sits there. What are you supposed to do? Take it apart and rebuild it? Like, no.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost like all the instruction manuals, so I wouldn't be able to do that. So they're just sitting in a cabinet in my kitchen.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah,
mine's like literally on a table. I don't know where to put it. It's too big.
but like I don't know where my other Legos are. Probably like just in pieces in like some bin or something like that.
Yeah. I think the best thing when I was growing up was like saving up. Like, as you said, you saved up for Legos. The best thing is like saving up, working towards something, and then being able to say, like, I saved up for this and I bought it. Like, I thought that
Yeah.
was like, oh, it's so cool because like it's not as easy. Like, like cheating in a video game, it's not as satisfying as like actually going through it, waiting, having the patience, and actually accomplishing the mission.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
so I thought that was always like really interesting. just being able to say I accomplished this, like I waited for it. There's so much more satisfaction to it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't bought a Lego in like 6 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I barely buy video games or anything like that because I don't have a job and my family isn't in a good financial situation, so I can't really like uh
One
spend.
day, one
Yeah,
day you're gonna be like 30 years old. Your girlfriend's gonna be like, "Why are you buying all this Lego?" It's like, I want to be a child again.
yeah. I think at that point she just dumped me. Honestly, she just
Then
leave
that's
me.
not the right girl. That's not the right girl.
Yeah,
You
I've
gotta
got
get someone who'll allow you to buy Lego.
exactly. That's my ideal female right there. A woman that will treat me right, buy me Legos, build them with me,
Yeah,
and yeah, yeah.
like a
That's
meme. Like, get you a woman who can do this.
absolutely, yeah, definitely. Get myself a woman that can build a nice Lego.
Yeah.
But I'd say by far my favorite Legos had have to be the Batman ones.
Oh
I,
yeah, those are so cool. I like
the
the Star Wars and the Minecraft ones and the superhero ones.
Yeah, the superhero ones are my favorite. I don't really like the Star Wars ones because I'm not a fan of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But the Minecraft ones, I don't have a Minecraft one. I never got one.
Those are so sick. I mean, I
Cause
think they're more recent, but
yeah, they are. Yeah, they're more recent.
the best
Uh,
thing about Lego is like it's yes, you're building it, but there's always like small things that you can do with it. Like, a trap or like the floor disappears underneath or like I don't know. I can't think of another one, but like there's things that like move and you can like have fun with it. Maybe like shoot something or small things. They're so cute.
yeah, I find it because I used to also really like watching Lego stop motion animations.
Mm-hmm.
I still watch them from a certain YouTuber called Aubrey Studios 82. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
Yeah, he's a Lego stop motion animator that I actually interviewed, and like I watch his stuff, and I think that's so cool because they take like months on one animation, just taking pictures, moving a Lego piece, like like one footstep picture. It's just incredible to me.
Yeah.
But I remember when I used to build Legos at first, when I was really bad at building them, I would get so pissed when I couldn't do it.
Stop motion is very difficult.
Oh yeah, dear God, what was that loud ass sound in the background?
Sorry, door closing.
It's okay, don't worry about it. I was just curious. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, stop motion is definitely a very tedious thing that
Mm-hmm.
takes a long time to complete.
It reminds me a bit of animation because like it's frame by frame, but it's like in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've like sat down, I've like been in Discord calls where people go frame by frame, screen sharing their animation work. It's so tedious. Like you have to have like mental patience. Not pa- Okay, that sounded wrong. Like mental patience. Like I was meaning like a lot of patience, like, to be able to complete that work. That was
Yeah,
weird wording.
mental patience.
My God.
Yeah, that's a good quote, Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, next question that I have for you here, Anna, is so your channel seems to be currently kind of like, I guess, a variety channel is what you call it. Because, like,
Yeah.
there's no, like, set kind of content that you make yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was just wondering if when you do get into, like, working on your channel more frequently, uh, are you just going to, like, make it a variety channel or are you going to dedicate yourself to, like, one certain thing?
The way I look at my channel, now obviously I want to like aim towards more travel vlogs, but I guess I kind of look up, I can't think of anyone else at the moment, but I guess I look up to like Marcia or something. Now my hair is not pink because of Marcia. I like just colored it pink because, but she's more like personality based. Like whatever she posts is super personality based, which is what I like to do as well. So it's kind of like whatever I'm interested in or what I'm about to do. I'll never do anything like commentary or constant gameplay or vlogging every day. It would just be like for example, I traveled, so I made vlogs. I did a Q&A. It's about me. That sounds so egotistical, but like I was into Pokemon, so I made I got two boxes from Japan, and I just opened them in front of camera, and then the Twitch highlights, which is my PubG highlights. So it's just things that like I get interested in or I get up to in my free time, or and I just make a video on it.
Hmm.
So I think my next video is actually like I think I'm gonna record it today. Yeah, I haven't
Oh.
posted in like a month, but I have it like set up downstairs. I'm gonna review something and post that I recently got in the mail.
Lego review.
No.
Yeah, I could just imagine. Well, actually, there are Lego reviews out there. I was about to say I could just imagine someone making a Lego review.
I mean, I'm sure there's like any childhood toy. There's a video on everything, to be honest. There's probably channels dedicated to like anything in this world.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, my friend Michael here is in chat, and he's asking a Fortnite or PUBG crucial question. Which one?
Oh God. So I
Fortnite is the
originally
answer.
it is the answer, but I played PubG for months and I was like, why is everyone so into Fortnite? Like it seems like very colorful, but I thought maybe there wasn't much to it. Or it was just kinda like, copy, as everyone says. And I played PubG and I was like, PubG is obviously better. I had played like one or two games of Fortnite. And then I was like, okay, me and Bluesdank, we like started streaming. We're like, okay, let's try Fortnite for once. We're gonna just play Fortnite for like the next couple of weeks. And we just fell mad in love with it. I got there was like a sale on Save the World, which is their other game,
Yeah.
on Fortnite. It was like 50% off. I bought it and I could not stop playing it, which really like increased my aiming and my like fortress building because I'm not really good at that. And I could not stop playing Save the World. And then I also love Battle Royale as well. And I love the game modes, like the special events. Those are so cool. And the diversity of like how you can just shoot a rocket and like someone can jump on it, do a lot of different attack styles. It's just Fortnite's way better. And also it's run on the Unreal Engine. Like I have not run into a single flaw in the game. The only flaw I've ever run into was once I was in Save the World menu screen and the music just stopped out of nowhere like a couple times and that was about it. Whereas like in PUBG you are just like driving a car and like could happen at any moment. Very repetitive problem. You just like run into nothing. Like it'd be a pebble or something. You just run into it and your
And it
car would just float in
explodes.
the air. Oh, in my like highlights video, I think like towards the end, there's a clip of Henry Bluesdank hitting me with another car, and my Doom buggy just like it gets hit and it kind of moves to the left a little bit, and then like a second later, there's a delay, and it just boosts up into the air and it makes like a hit noise, and then it boosts up and again while it's in air and it's just like flying. And I'm just like, what's happening? What is this like gaming engine doing? It's so poorly made.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Brendan
The
Green,
way
bad person.
the way I look at PUBG and Fortnite, Fortnite's gonna be like Overwatch. It's gonna have tournaments. It's gonna go on for a very long time. And it'll always be in the top Twitch gameplays, like top played games. Because it's just really well designed and it's had so much hype and all that stuff. People genuinely love it. PUBG is gonna end up rotting away like H1Z1 did, and it'll just be like that.
Yeah, that's the answer that I was expecting on to that question.
Yeah, I like colors.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, yeah, I mean, PUBG hopefully will one day meet its fate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like I have friends that like PUBG more than Fortnite, And
But have they played Fortnite?
they have,
Oh no.
but they still like it more, and I'm like, you're wrong. You're wrong. Take it
You're
back
wrong.
now. Yeah,
I
cause
mean, preferences, but there's no point in arguing it.
yeah. Well, and then there's that other battle royale game, the Darwin Project, if you know that one.
I've heard of it. I haven't done any research into it. I think I heard about it a couple days ago.
It looks fun. Uh, More than PubG and maybe even more than Fortnite, I'd say.
God, I have to look this up now. I'll look it up later.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't own it or anything like that because it's not free. It's costs money.
Hmm.
But
See,
it's
that's
like,
the thing that was that's the thing that was revolutionary about Fortnite is the fact that it was free. Such a
yeah.
good game, and also it's cross-platform, even with mobile. Like when someone's playing on mobile in Fortnite, it's the funniest thing. I'm actually looking. I just googled like for images, Darwin's project. Looks so sick. Like the colors, it kind of reminds me of Firewatch, like that
Oh
kind of
yeah.
theme.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Firewatch. But yeah, I mean, it looks really cool from the gameplay that I've seen. I saw Bionic Pig's video on it. It looked like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I might buy it someday and see.
Yeah, I'll probably buy it too. It's
When,
like, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be on call, and one of my friends who always tells me, "Hey, you should buy this video game. We're totally gonna play it for weeks." And we get it. It's like what, $100 million or something. You take that out of your PayPal, you pay for it, you play it for a couple hours, and you never touch it again.
that's happened to me many times. Like
I
me and
think
my
it's really
friends,
relatable.
me and my friends will buy a game and then we'll be like, "Oh, I'm sure we'll keep playing this like some other day." And then we we never touch it again. Like my friend Michael, who's watching right now, he bought me a game called Hunt Showdown. And he bought it for himself as well, and then we have like 3 hours total on it.
I think
And then we
uh
ditched it.
I think Last Friends and Blues Dank played that together. They were telling me about it. They said it was really good, but it was like still in development, I think, because there was a lot of hiccups.
Yeah, there is. There is. There certainly is. I mean, like, the thing is, like, right now there's only two bosses. There's a butcher and then there's a spider. But my friend Michael is terrified of spiders. So we don't do that one.
That's adorable.
and and then so we do the butcher every time, but every time we get to the butcher, it just fucking kills us with one hit, and then that's it. It's game
That's
over.
one thing. Like when you're afraid of something in real life and then it's in a video game, like I played Subnautica. I like streamed it. I thought I was gonna finish it while streaming because I really enjoyed it. But no one told me there was leviathans in the game
Oh
or
yeah.
anything scary. And I have like a fear of like deep waters. Like I was in the sea a couple of times when I was a child and I had like panic attacks because like I got really, really scared. Uh
Oh god.
and so like I'm like going through the ocean and I was obviously aware at that point that there was leviathans, but I was like, I can work through this. I really like the game. And I couldn't. I got hit like 3 times and it just kept getting scarier and scarier. It kept going deeper and deeper. I'm like, no, this is too real.
I mean, like looking at the pictures, they don't look like that scary, but I guess it's a like different than actually playing it.
It's like like in a scary game, when you're walking down that hallway, you know something's gonna pop out. It's like you're in vast water, right? You have any direction to go, and you don't know what's up, down, behind you, left or right. You can just see in front of you.
Yeah.
Uh, and at any moment, going to certain areas, going deeper down, that something's gonna hit you. There's leviathans, but there's also other things. Like there's warping leviathans. They can take you out of your sea moth or whatever, and it's just I don't know, it's too scary. Like just the concept of deep water as well. I'm like I can't play scary games.
Oh no, I mean the only scare I guess I mean if you want to consider them scary, I only played Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th
Hmm.
and Hunt Showdown, but like none of them really scare me. But if I play like a game like Resident Evil 7 or Outlast, I'll probably shit my pants.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't watch a horror movie.
I can't either. I mean, it depends. I remember my friend, IRL friend of like long years. He loves filmmaking, but he specifically loves horror films and scary movies and whatnot. And he would be like, "Hey, you want to go to the theater?" And I'll be like, "Sure." And he's like, "I'm like, what are we watching?" He's like, "It's a surprise." And
Oh God.
I just knew something I wasn't gonna want to watch, but I was like, whatever, I'll just go anyway. Let's see if I can sit through it without wanting to, cry my eyes out because I'm scared. Um, and I just experienced that enough to realize the pattern of scary movies. Because they're not really that scary. Like people are actually talking more about these days, like where's an actual scary movie? It's like half the time it's like, the girl walks downstairs but doesn't even close the door. Like you should have closed the door or something like that.
Yeah.
Or not even gone downstairs in the first place. But anyway, so the problem with video games though is you're in control. It's way more immersive, which is what's so scary.
Mm-hmm. I could just imagine playing a horror game in virtual reality.
Oh no, I can't. No way.
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty scary. I mean, I know Resident Evil 7 has VR, but oh
Mm-hmm.
God, that looks terrifying. But like, I mean, here's the thing. I watch videos of like people play horror games, and it's like, I'm fine. But me playing it, I don't know how I'd handle it. I'd probably just alt F4 before the jump scare comes in.
Same.
Yeah. I mean the only horror game that I've been able to play is that's like single player is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Even that one scared me.
That didn't scare me. I don't know. That didn't seem scary at all, honestly.
I mean, okay, yeah, I guess like after the first couple of minutes when you realize the pattern, it's not that scary, but I think it's just
Exactly.
the anticipation beforehand that just like I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean cuz like I guess like in that game you like know when a jump scare is going to happen. Like if you don't have those doors shut and you see like animatronic like right in front of you, you know you're gonna get jump scared.
For sure.
Yeah. So like I guess the game's a little predictable at times.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't really scare me. I played the first one, the third one, and the fourth one. I never played the second one.
I never really jumped on that train.
I mean, I used to have a Let's Play channel and I made videos on them.
That's the funniest thing. Like, you're talking to someone who makes current YouTube videos, and then you realize, like, they were once, like, a Minecraft Let's Player back in the day or
I
something.
was, yeah.
Like, you just mock them so much because it's just so funny. And it's such a, like, easy thing to pick on.
Oh no, yeah, my friends take the piss out of me because I used to have a Let's Play channel.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
great.
and then I used to expose people as well.
Mm-hmm. Those things never get anywhere. Like, I see a lot of my friends, they tend to, I don't know, they like work and they like post a lot of YouTube videos and then finally start gaining traction, right?
Yeah.
Like iNabber recently and then more so recently Quite. And people are just like, oh, they're growing, let's make an exposed video on them. But it's always like the most generic response that you can literally put on any YouTuber. Like poorly researched information. We're not like news source, it's like it's the information that we've heard and our opinion on it kind of thing. Like 10-minute videos or something. It's like you're trying to work with the algorithm. I don't know, it's like such generic points and it's nothing like specific to them. They'll either like mock their Patreon or something, or I don't know why that's like Patreon is getting so much fire after Colossal made that tweet, but it's like yeah, exposed videos. You always know when an exposed video is coming because someone's growing and no one else likes that, so they want to like take them down or something. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was ever my intention when I made those videos to
Oh, I
like,
don't think you were like that, but I was meaning not like everyone who makes exposed videos, but there's a couple people that always make exposed videos on people who are just growing.
I mean, do you know the YouTube channel McJuggernuggets?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he used to have a series called the Psycho series where like his dad was supposedly a psycho and he'd like break his stuff and
Mm-hmm.
obviously it was all like fake. And
Yeah.
I would make videos on that. I made like 7 videos, I think.
I mean, of course, like that's that makes sense because that was a very interesting situation. A lot of people were, going down on that. Um, but it was more of just like, people who are just growing out of nowhere and people just want to bring them down for no reason. I could understand making videos on like Onision, Jake Paul, like Ray Scum and McJuggernuts and any one of the big ones that have valid reasons to make an exposed video on.
Yeah.
Uh, but anyone who's just like starting at YouTube, they're not like perfect. They haven't been doing it for that long. So obviously they're going to make mistakes and they're going to grow as a content creator, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with critique videos. I think some of them are good, but
Oh yeah.
they have to be well researched.
I think critique videos are fine. It's more of just when you're attacking to attack, it's not fine.
Right, yeah. Yeah, like harassing someone. Yeah, that's not
Hmm.
good. That's a no-no. Yeah, and well, now I do this. I interview people. So I've gone through 3 different phases on YouTube. Uh,
Everyone keeps changing up their content, but I think it's good because if you just keep making the same content forever, uh, not meaning like, okay, if you make commentary videos and you keep making commentary videos, that's fine. But like changing up within commentary, or maybe even just switching genres if it benefits you. But sometimes it's not good because I've seen people switch up genres and their fans just don't like it anymore because they signed up for, commentary videos and maybe they just go into like gaming or vlogging or something.
yeah, yeah. I don't like people that like switch their content so they can get popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's just stick to what you do, and at some point, I'm sure it'll pay off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another question that I had for you here, Anna, is so you used to go by King Wolf or Wolfie,
Mm-hmm.
um, and now you're King Anna. I was just curious, like, why'd you make that transition?
So in 2016, when I joined Discord, I needed like an alias name or whatever because everyone seemed to have it. And when it's like, like doxing was a big topic, and I was like, why not just take the precaution anyway, even though I wasn't like too worried about it. Um, but Anna A-N-I spell is not really a common name, so I thought it'd just be like easier or something. But so I had a list. So weird. I remember growing up, I loved names, like specific names. So I'd write them down on a list. I had like a notepad of like a lot of different names that I like. So I just looked at that, and Wolfie was one of them. So I went with it. It's not because I like wolves or anything like that. I just liked the word Wolfie. Uh, and everyone's like, "Oh, why King though?" And I'm like, I don't really like Queen, but King is such a cool word. It's not anything to do with royalty or anything like that. It's just the words. I like King, and I put it next to Wolfie. Um, and so that was my name for a very long time. And then this fall, like August, I changed it to Anna, which is A-N-I. Now people are like, "Oh, you say Anna, but it's A-N-I with an I. It's not A-N-A." And to that I say, my name in Turkish is Anı, which means memories. It's an actual word. That's my actual name. But no one, like, I hear people say Anı with their, like, either British, Australian, or American accent, and it just doesn't sound right. And all throughout, like, growing up, I just didn't like it. So at, like, a young age, I went as Anna. And that's, like, what it's grown to be. But I changed that because I wanted to be, like, I didn't want to be referred as Wolfie anymore, because it was like the whole wolf thing, and I like changed my persona. I was like, I wanted to just be me, but I kept the king to like, add more to it, to keep that. But Yeah, I just made that transition because I just wanted my actual name.
Yeah,
I like I
cause
like my name.
yeah, when I first found you, I thought it was Annie.
A lot of people do. I don't really mind it.
Yeah, but then I think I heard someone say Anna, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's Anna, just
Mm-hmm.
spelt weirdly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like my name is not a very common name either. It's Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I could see the confusion. It's like I relate to anyone who has like mispronounced names. So, all those people named, Harry, James, John, you don't understand. You don't understand.
Yeah, those are just the most basic bitch names out there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, obviously names like mine aren't like American, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect like anyone that's American or basically not Hispanic uh know how to like pronounce or spell my name the first time they meet me. So I just have to say Jesus. My name's Jesus.
Is it spelled with a J?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Jesus. Like
Oh,
G.
okay, but it's like said Jesus.
Yeah, well, I mean, people could call me Jesus, but
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know. It just feels so weird when someone calls me Jesus. It's like kind of like a superior. Damn it! I fucked up the word. Superiority
Mm-hmm.
complex. I guess. I guess that's what I feel when I get called Jesus. It's like, oh, I'm superior because you're calling me Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty weird to be called Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because like in Spanish, it's Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
and I just tell people to call me Jesus, because people calling me Shampey is weird.
What's the origins of your name?
The origins of my name?
Like, how'd you come about it?
Well, the joke is shampoo,
Mm-hmm.
shampee.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? I switched poo for pee.
Oh, okay. Oh my
It's
God.
it's really stupid, but I thought it was funny, so I did it. Cause like before this, like I said, I did expose videos, and my channel name was Exposer, and I'm like, I can't be interviewing people and call myself Exposer,
Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense.
because
Like, are you
it,
trying to expose me, bro?
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So it's like, okay, I like the name Shampy. I had it in mind for a while, so I'll just switch it to that, and I'll do a yellow bottle signifying pee.
Like, what a silly name.
Yeah. So, and I didn't like want to do anything related to like my actual name or anything like that. So I just thought Shampee. People call me Shampeenus.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's good. All right. Well, I mean, I've got one last question for you here, Hannah, and then that's it.
Okay.
So with both your Twitch and your YouTube, this year, what new and different things do you plan on doing to it?
Um, like I said, the travel vlogging is what I want to get into, but I don't think I'll be traveling for a long time. I know there's like, I don't know. I want to vlog VidCon, but I also don't want to put a camera in front of all my friends' faces. I feel like it's a bit awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I might just like film LA maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping maybe we can go to like Disney and I can film that. It's maybe a short vlog of the week that I'll be there. Um, but other than that, I don't really have many travel plans because I'm trying to like work on a lot of other things in my personal life. Uh, but once I get that going, that's what I plan to do with that. With streaming, I think I'll be starting up streaming in the next month or so. I'm just waiting for these commissions to get through. I want to give them as much time as they want. I like as much as people talk about artists in the community, I really like, letting them have the freedom to have the time to make what they want to make in the time that they want it because I don't like rushing it. I feel like it'll turn out worse. And like tipping them. I feel like underpaid, everyone says that. I just tip what I feel like it's worth more. And then once I get those through, I'll start streaming again as much as I can. Uh, some of my friends and I have some plans for the stream, which are under secret wraps. And yeah, just streaming really. I just will keep trying to upload on YouTube every month or so. Um, that's about that really.
Yeah, I hate the people that are like, hey, can I get some free art? Thanks.
I've never come across any of my friends who would ever do anything like that because we're friends with, like, even if you're an artist or a creator, meaning like YouTube or like streamer, like you should understand that, no one's gonna do anything for free.
Yeah.
It's like, unless you're good friends with them, maybe they might draw you out of like friendship kind of reasons. But even so, like, I have a lot of artist friends, and I never say, draw me, we're friends, draw me. Like, that's like using them. Why would you do such a thing? That's like asking a YouTuber friend to like make a video on you, or like being in a collab or something, but or just like to talk about you or something. I don't know. It's like, I guess that's not the best example, but like it's just, why would you do that? They're gonna draw you if they want, you know? Leave them alone. They have other commissions to get to.
Yeah, I guess that would be like a friend of mine asking for me to interview them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like first get into the world and then maybe if it's worth it, we'll interview. Because it's business. Business is business. You have to separate that from, that's one thing that I noticed in this community. I know it's like a lot of kids that are still learning and whatnot from experience, but sometimes I look down to like the experience of people, which I shouldn't. But I'm like 22 and the rest of this community is like average 15 to 18, 19 years old. I mean,
Yeah,
it has
that's
been
what I am.
2 years, but
I'm
yeah,
15.
so like I'm like 22. I've kind of lived through those ages and gained experience from like a lot of stuff that happened at school and online and whatnot. Whereas people are just now figuring out a lot of stuff. But because like YouTube, Twitch streaming, and artist and graphics design, like all that artist category stuff, I can't think of anything else, but all of that's like a business, right? If you really think about it, it's a way of profiting if you're going full time with it and really trying to pursue growing your channel and all that stuff. If you're doing it as a hobby just for fun, go for it. Just draw here and there, like do all that stuff. But like once you really start actively trying to grow your name and everything like that, you're not gonna like, uh, I guess, interview some random person unless they're really entertaining. Unless they're really entertaining and you can have a blast with it. But I know a lot of people who have like 100K subs, they don't want to jeopardize their channel just for a friend, It wouldn't make any sense.
Right.
A lot of people have problems separating that business with like social, like friendships, There's business relations and then there's friend relations, and those are two definitely different things. Like in this community, I would say I have a lot of business relations, and then the people I talk to on Discord every single day are friendship relations, like
Right.
people that I would hang around. But that doesn't mean you deserve to be in a video or deserve to have art drawn of you, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I think maybe like years ago when I was much, much, much younger, I might have asked for free art, but now I know that's not,
Big no no.
yeah. But I mean, I was probably like, I don't know, 12 or
Mm-hmm.
so. So in all fairness, I was still, a child. So I
Yeah, some
probably,
people just don't know better.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I didn't know any better. But now, if I like commission someone, obviously I know I have to pay them and they can't just work for me for free like a slave. So, yeah. But the scary thing is with like some people, like some people ask you to pay them up front and then you never know if they'll like screw you over or anything like that. Or
I know that like I kind of stick to certain artists. Like I love Chrysalis Asia. She's amazing. She's done a lot of art for me. Uh, and Kihori recently, love her art. And Donna Clement, who's doing some stuff for me currently. I mean, Kihori is doing stuff for me as well, currently as well. But I love their art and I always stick to them. Sometimes if they can't do a certain thing, I look around. But for the most part, if they're like good at art and they're well worth it to commission, and they have like, I guess like higher prices or something, and a lot of people commission them, you know, like an active Twitter, I really don't think they'll mess you over because,
Right.
you know, they have a reputation to pursue.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
can't just be like scamming people left and right. It would get out, you know, considering how many artist tweets there are, there'll definitely be a artist scamming tweet as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not talking about like Twitter artists, I guess. I'm talking more like on a website like I don't know.
Behance or Dribble or Fiverr.
Yeah, like Fiverr, freelancer.com, all of those places. I guess it's
Those
more
like
risky.
I don't know how those work. I like tried looking for artists on there and I found some, but I was like too sketched to like message them. I thought maybe it was like for more businesses or, you know, would they ever respond to me or I don't know. I always just look within Twitter. I always like Google commissions open or whatever I'm looking for,
Yeah.
and then I scroll until I'm dead.
I mean like like my profile picture, my current one comes from Fiverr. Like
hmm
I paid some guy like 20 or $25 and he made the little shampoo bottle that I have now and it's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
And he didn't like screw me over or anything like that. I guess I feel safe with Fiverr because the way Fiverr works is kind of like Fiverr holds the money
Uh-huh.
until you get the work and you approve their work. Till like you approve it when you're satisfied with it, and then they get the money. So I like that. But freelancer, there's been times where I've like added someone on Skype to do work for me, and then they just screw me over. Like a few years ago, I was trying to make a video game with with a programmer, 3D animator slash modeler,
Mm.
and like two artists that would make like the GUI, which is like the menus and stuff like that in the game. And
Yeah.
I just like kind of like make the storyline and the characters and all of that, like kind of like the more creative uh, process, I guess, is what I do. Like, not to say that their stuff isn't creative, but I mean, like, I'd kind of like tell them what to do essentially. I'd kind of like manage them. And then, like, I think I paid the programmer up front. And then he just fucked me over. He just stopped working. And then I had to let that project die.
That's so sad.
Yeah,
That's
that,
terrible. I've never heard of something like that. I think there's like
yeah,
two sides to it. So there's like the protection of the artist and the protection of the client. It's
exactly.
kind of difficult. I was like trying to think of like a method that would work. And I went to my dad one day who like ran a business and he had to get like logo designs from people.
Mm-hmm.
And they said from like actual, you know, artist businesses, you know, they like have like a whole entire team or whatever. He wanted to like commission a logo and they would give okay, so like he wouldn't I think he either like paid a sum up front for the effort and then once he got the logo it had a giant watermark on it like embedded into it. Um and then if he liked it, he would pay for it and then they would give them the like non-watermarked version and that's how it would work.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, just like the I mean, like yeah. I mean, I'm like over it now obviously, but when it happened I was really upset cuz I had like plans of getting that game up on Steam so people could buy it and see where it
Mm.
went. Maybe it could be like something profitable for me. But yeah, I mean, hopefully in the future I could get back into that because I do plan on studying game development in university.
It really sucks, like working with people, to be honest, sometimes. Like, sometimes it's a delight if the person's amazing.
Yeah,
Uh, but most of the time, it's like working with someone is just a hassle. But, you know, sometimes you have to do it. Uh, I know so many people who have commissioned people for certain stuff, whether it was a, you know, a video for something, like an edited bit for a video, artwork, or anything, right?
yeah,
And they just have to wait so long. It's like, I know everyone has like whatnot, but you know, give a date or something. Like help a person out. Everyone has like something they're pursuing. Uh, I love transparent artists. Like the three people that I usually work out with like Chrysalis, Kiori, and Donna Clement. They're like pretty transparent. They like explain everything to me. Uh, and that's amazing because then you can get an estimate from when it's going to be done. But some people, they just kind of take the money and then once they start working on it, they'll tell you that they're working on it. But during that time, you're just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting. You're like, I kind of need this. Like, I
Yeah,
have
they
things to pursue. Like, is it ever going to come? Like, oh God. And you just start getting like more anxious over time. Like, should I DM them? Like, you say, like, hey, how's it going? Any updates on the project? And you don't want to be too annoying to them. But it's
yeah.
like you also did kind of pay money for it.
Y-
So,
Yeah, the problem is they just kind of like keep, bullshitting you.
mm-hmm.
So like they trick you into thinking, "Yeah, we're doing the work. It's all fine, sir or ma'am." And then they're really not doing anything. They're just like, "Haha, I got his money. Yes. Mission accomplished." And then, yeah, it's a shame, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah, that's
Cool.
that's it on that's all I had to ask you, really. Oh
Sure.
shit! Almost forgot the fucking Twitter questions. Dear God.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thankfully, okay. Uh, wow. How unprofessional of me. Okay. That was my bad. Okay. So the three that we got here is from Francis at I62, Ponyheart 223HLO, and Apache Attack Cop. So the one from Apache is, what was your motivation to start YouTube and streaming? In parentheses for Anna. I think we already kind of
Motivation.
covered that one, but you can
Yeah,
go
I can
ahead.
just kind of breeze it like quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think like I mean, I'll kind of explain it a different way. So the best thing about uploading a YouTube video, now besides like the fact that I like to scrapbook it or whatnot, is the comment section. Like I live for the comment section, and also the chat in Twitch. So it's really motivating. Every single time you post a video and it gets like really good reviews, or like comments, or you're Twitch streaming and like the comments, the chat's like amazing. Uh, and everyone's just so positive and it's just like it's really fun. It's like a party. And then you know, obviously if you get bad reviews or comments, it's like, you know, you gotta work harder to make it bigger and better. I mean, even if you have good reviews, obviously you want to make it bigger and better, but it's always like that, you know, what's next, what's next, what can I do different, what can I keep growing. So like that's like motivating. Obviously also it could be demotivating. You're just like, oh no, what am I gonna do next? uh
Yeah,
but yeah, that kind of keeps you going.
yeah. I'd say it's the same for me. Like the audience interaction is the coolest part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one, Ponyheart is asking here, what are good ways to get money to jumpstart your YouTube career? Oh, okay. I thought for a second there, I thought he was asking, what are good ways to get money from YouTube?
I mean, to be fair, um it's kind of different. Like back in the day, you didn't really need that much gear to make a YouTube video. It could have been just like a webcam and anyone would have watched it. But there's kind of like a standard now or like a requirement to have at least like decent video and audio quality. One thing that I want to point out with making a YouTube video, a lot of people don't really think about audio, but audio is so important. Whenever I'm watching like I know, like typical commentary video, right? You know, someone's talking in front of the camera. Camera is great, like scenery and everything, but I've watched some commentary. They're amazing, but their audio is terrible. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, I can't really pay attention to this as easily because, like, you know, it's really muffled or it's too echoey and it's all over the place. So there's a lot of affordable tech. I know that my first microphone, which I'm still using now, it was about $80. I was gonna get a Blue Yeti, which I think is like 110 or $20 or something. but I did a lot of research. The Meteor Samsonite is like pretty much the same thing, or maybe even better. Sometimes people said in reviews. Only difference is I think the Blue Yeti has a lot more bass to it, and this one has more treble to it. Uh, you can find really inexpensive stuff because you could literally, honestly, record with your iPhone. I know Derv did it. Derv YT, the free gift card giveaway.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's like your phone can do so much better than a camera could. I don't know, like a couple years back, right? When people were like filming with webcams and like really crappy cameras and whatnot. You know, you can really film in like 1080p with a phone, like a current phone, you know? So you could get that. You could get like a nice simple mic. You don't have to get like an $80 mic, but anything that you can get your hands on. Uh, and what? There's like, I mean, I don't endorse like obviously pirating or anything like that. I have my Premiere is paid for, but you can it's so bad. You can download Vegas for free or like Premiere for free. Everyone does it, okay? Like it's not like a crime.
I
I mean,
have
it is
done
a
it
crime.
before.
It is a crime, but yeah. Obviously you can do that. You can ask a friend how they did it and just do the same thing. So yeah, it's just like mic camera, turn it on, edit it, post it on YouTube. Doesn't really require that much money. Now for like if you want to commission people for things, uh that could get a bit expensive. I know, like, I thought about how much money I spent on commissioning people. I know that, like, icons can cost anywhere between, like, $10 to $20, depending on who you get it from. Maybe even $5, but, like, really, you should be tipping them. $5 for an icon, like, that's like $5 for, like, an hour of work, or maybe even two. Doesn't make any sense. So, and like animations are where it really gets expensive. I've spent anywhere between $200 to $400 on animation bits for like seconds. Like the max was like 7 seconds, and that was like around $400. So those things can get expensive, but there's no reason you should be having that when you're just starting out a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So start with the bare minimum and work from there. The only thing, okay, everyone always says this, but it's so true. The way to start a YouTube channel is just to start uploading. Just start uploading, keep uploading, and don't stop uploading. Because if you keep thinking about, oh, do I have the right mic? Do I have the right camera? Uh, oh, I don't have enough money for this. But you do have an iPhone. You do have these other things. Like, just get that and start recording. People think about too much, like, what kind of content am I going to make? Like, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you should think about these things, but just don't take like a whole year to think about these things because then you might have missed out on a great opportunity.
Right, yeah, I totally agree. The sooner you get started, the better.
For
Yeah,
sure.
don't keep delaying it. And the last one here from Francis is, what has been your favorite part of The Walking Dead?
Um, Walking Dead. Okay, so I started watching that a couple months ago, and I liked the first season a lot, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. I like got to I think the third or fourth season, and I was like, "Hey, is this even going anywhere?" Like, it just seems to be a repeat. You know, they go to a new location, and then they get into something, and then some people die, and they get new people, and it just keeps repeating that, going to a new location. So I skipped to the very end of The Walking Dead, and it's really just like they say lines for the sake of saying like a really dramatic quotable line. It's so like I feel like it's almost like a theater show. Like like every line is meant to have like a real big meaning behind it or something. It just felt like so Tumblr. I don't know, like so like aesthetic or whatever with the like script and whatnot. And there was drama happening for no reason. And they could it reminded me of like a scary movie where like the person does something for no reason but just for the sake of the show or whatever. And it just got so irritating, so I stopped watching it. But I can't really think of in my head. I'm so bad at recalling stuff. I can't really think of a moment in The Walking Dead that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I don't watch that show. It doesn't look interesting to me.
I didn't really find much interest in it, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe the first season, that's about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for now, that's actually it. Because silly me forgot the Twitter questions.
Yeah,
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Anna. I
no
appreciate it.
problem. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, and well, that's it, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. If you have
Bye.
enjoyed it, you can drop it a like, drop me a sub, whatever you want to help me out would be very much appreciated. I'll see you next one. Take care and goodbye.